This was the story about how a 17-year-old boy was caught up in gangs in LA, or should I say Los Santos South Hood. So as he was just chilling in his backyard, he been wanting to get his car fixed for years because his car was beat down like that. So then he always wanted to get his car fixed. He always wanted to get it fixed, and then he hopped in his car. And when I mean these streets was rough, but it was just a normal another day in the freaking neighborhood. So he backed up out his driveway, drove off. So then as he looked both ways to drive off, he was just driving, and he always wanted to get his car fixed. Folks couldn't even drive out here in these streets, so then he done passed by. He was skipping red lights and everything. This little boy, or should I say this teenager, he didn't give a crap about nobody. So as he got down here, he was driving, and then he had met this gang. So then after he was just driving by, somebody had spoke to him. So he got so then he got out the car and walked to him. Yeah. Do you need anything, sir? So then when he said, do you need anything, he said, as he was smoking, he said that he can help him get his car fixed. So then he said, how? He said, if you just roll with us, he can get his car fixed. But the young man, he was not having it. He said, no, I don't want to. So then, after he said he didn't want to, dude back there said, you have no choice, or you would die. But if you do it, but then the guy said this, if you help me out with a lot of his problems, your car will be fixed. If you don't help me out, your car won't be fixed and you will be dead. So then he said, okay, what do you need me to do? He made me. So this was Purple Gang. They all were purple. Purple headbands, purple everything. They all were purple. Like they was in love with the color purple, so they were all were purple. So then so that guy had said, go shoot up Green Gang, do a drive-by. He hopped in the car. Next thing you know, he doing a drive-by. He have one, cause this guy has one gun for safety. So then he did the drive-by, and he was gone. Like he was gone, yo. He was gone. The hood was rough. So then he drove off. Tried to meet back up with Purple Gang. So as he riding back down here, when I mean these streets was rough, He had to do the drive-by. He drove back down here. Told him that he did it. Hey, sir, I did a drive-by on that person. So then the purple dude said, perfect. So he hopped back in his car. Drove off. He looked back and drove off. And that's the beginning about how he was caught up in these gangs. He was caught up in the gang. All because all he had to do was just stay home. But instead, he had to just drive by a gang that just was not having it. So then that guy had looked at very familiar. And he was wearing purple. He followed me home. So then he was following me home. So then I started driving. So then he started driving like 10 times faster. Even crashed. The projects was terrible. And he was home. Perfect. He got back home. He saw some random ladies came to his house. Looked at it. And then he randomly realized something. This says for sale. So then he said, what? And then he realized the only person who would do that would be Purple Gang. So he said, wow, so they played me. So he got mad. He took off his hat. That's how mad he was. And he'll never wear anything without his hat on. He always wear his hat. He took off his hat. And he always wears his hat. And he took it off. And he was mad. He didn't even know what to do anymore. He was sad. He did not know what to do because he was sad. Like, just look at him. He was confused. Just some lost teenager that just don't know what's going on at all. He kicked his own car and said, dang it, now I'm supposed to move it into his house. Hop back in. So then he said, you know what? So then he said this. No. He had enough. He said he was not scared anymore. So he just went and he did a drive-by on Purple Gang. And then that was it. After dude drove down here, that was it. He was throwing away his life just to shoot up some gang that he didn't even have to shoot up. But he didn't care. He drove down here to the block. After he killed them, he ran over all their bodies and then drove off. And there was no more Purple Gang, no more. And that was the story about how a young teenager got caught up with gangs. Drop a like if you, but guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember this what you guys smash the like button, but smash the subscribe button. But if you guys want me to tell another story about how this exact dude has been caught up in these gangs, then just ask for episode 2. Like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.